Can we just get rid of the blood-sucking mosquitoes? The rest can stay? I mean, bats really need mosquitoes as part of their diet. But if bats can survive without mosquitoes, then yeah, I'm on board with just eviscerating them. They're so fucking annoying. And they love me! Anytime! It's part of why I don't like going outside is because mosquitoes fucking love me. And if I don't have a way to keep them away from me, they will eat me alive and then I'll be so itchy and it sucks! Also, bees have no interest in you unless you're in their territory. If you're near their hive and they think you're going to threaten their hive, then yeah, they will attack you. If you touch their hive, then yeah, they would attack you. And if you grab them, they're gonna attack you. They want nothing to do with you though. Wasps are your number one fear. I do find wasps kind of scary, but they are also very pretty. But I also don't know if they have much of a point compared to like bees and stuff. You recently heard someone saying that if you have a realistic flower tattoo, it can attract bees. If I remember right, they are attracted to bright colors, so it would... If that is true, that would make sense. Because, like, they just want to find nectar. So if you have something that looks like a flower, they're gonna be like, ooh, bright colors! Bright colors! Oh my god, yummy! And then they will just skunkle all on over. According to Google, on a .edu site, it says that the most likely colors to attract bees are purple, violet, and blue. So they like purple, violet, and blue, apparently, according to this .edu site. Hummingbirds apparently like red and pink. Butterflies apparently like orange, red, yellow, pink, and purple. Yeah, I didn't know that. That's interesting. Okay. Oh, and they also list that certain colors attract certain birds. Orange flowers attract orioles and warblers. Yellow flowers attract goldfinches and warblers. Blue flowers attract bluebirds and blue jays. Earth tones, such as greens, tans, and browns, will also attract more skittish birds like quails, doves, and sparrows. Oh, because of safety. But birds do not like the color white because it has too much contrast and no camouflage. That makes sense. You're an optical engineer. This is true. Are you actually? Is that... Wait, actually, no. What does an optical engineer do? What do you do? What does that mean? I'm Googling it. You make telescopes for the government? What the fuck? That's cool as hell! Wait, like for looking at space or like what? Do you know what they get used for? Wait, that's cool. Like, that's sick. I want to look at stuff through giant telescopes that the government uses. What the hell? Engineer. Like, going to school for that sounds like fucking hell, so props to you for getting through that. Also, Darkblade the Chibi Overlord. Your name just makes me think of being like 12 years old on Gaia Online. And I don't mean that in a mean way or a nice way. I mean that in like the most neutral way possible. But that's just where my brain goes. My brain goes to like... And you're saying like real smart shit in chat, so like I'm getting like hella fucking like contrast between username and behavior. You do like a bit of cognitive dissonance? Yeah, well, you're achieving it. You're achieving it. Because I just feel like I'm looking at like hella nostalgia Gaia Online. Like typing and using like saying like T-E-H. Here, let me get the text window back. I just start hearing like te. Like te penguin of dooms, etc. Like that kind of shit. That's the era you remind me of. Or like lols xddddd with a bunch of these things. Or speaking leet. Yeah. It also reminds me of like people going like this. And lol random xdd, and rar means I love you in dinosaur. And this emote, whatever the fuck this is. Yeah, Rage Comics as well, and the Kirby dance as well, like this one, like this. And then like this. Yeah. You're teaching them the ancient language of 05 to 08? It's older than that, isn't it? Oh my god, yeah, table flipping too. Yeah. Yeah, and that too, Doomswake. The when people would do this. That shit, yeah. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, olden day internet. Never ever changed, ever. Holy fucking shit. Oh, and then there was that quote that everyone had on AOL Instant Messenger that was like, "Don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened." And everyone was like, okay, I'm very deep, clearly. Everyone in their goddamn away messages, shut the fuck up. Oh yeah, we're a bunch of old farts in here. Everyone in here, for the most part, is old fucking farts. And the ones who aren't are just young adults. But yeah, we're all old and just tired and... Remember back in the day when I used to use Ventrilo? Do you remember X-Fire and ICQ? Dude, fucking Maple Story. I was a fucking wizard. I was a wizard. I was fucking obsessed with Maple Story. God, fuck. Me in that game, we had a... I was addicted to that shit. And then Fly for Fun came out, and I was addicted to that shit. And then I was like, I'm done with MMOs for the most part. You haven't heard of Ventrilo in ages? Don't say that! Ventrilo is still cool, okay? Come on! I played Maple Story recently, and I was like, damn, it's... Dude, they still had Ludibrium, and I was so happy because it's like my favorite place in Maple Story where they have all like the Lego looking shit. And then you go into down in that one place, and then there's like this giant clock monster, and I could never beat him, and I would just stare at him and be terrified and be like, ah! Dude, Rose Neopets? Dude, Neopets is back! What do you mean? It's back, baby! It's back! I wish I remember what my fucking email was so that I could get my account back, but I don't fucking know anymore. I wonder if I just send them a list of all my 5,000 old emails, including my Netscape email. Maybe they would be like, oh, actually, we have an account there. Can we just give this to you? I'll be like, oh my god, thank god. Dude, remember on Neopets, all the cringe RP forums? I didn't even ever look at Neopets forums. I looked at Gaia's forums. And god, I wish I could erase that from my fucking skull. You couldn't even tell me what email you were using 26 years ago? I remember my first email, but if I say it, it will dox me. And then I remember my second one, which was my Netscape one. And I wish I had it because then I could get into all my old-ass accounts and see all the nostalgia stuff if it still even exists. And then I would be happy. Gaia, the competition, every other day I had to ban someone advertising it in our forums. Oh my god. Wait. What did you have that people were advertising Gaia in? What did you have? Yahoo had personalized radio stations in the late 90s and early 2000s. Dude, wait, isn't... There was also that old-ass thing. I don't know if it still exists. I think I actually saw something for it recently, which made me, like, have a fucking meltdown. I think it was called Pandora? It was, like, some radio thing, and everyone was super into it, and then it just kind of died. And I don't know what happened to it, but yeah. How old are you? I got my name as my email address? Yeah. You're on a role-playing forum known as RPGFO. I don't know what that is, but... Dude, it's actually on, like, an old-school BBS forum? Oh, no, it's not BBS, but it's close enough. God damn! Dude, I remember forums and oikaki boards as well. The ones that, like, you just drew stuff in, like, the Java thing. IRC, I also loved IRC. That's not... IRC was the first place that I met a friend that I met IRL. I was, like, I must have been, like, 11 or 12 when I met my first, like, online friend. And, I was talking to them on the IRC server. It was, like, some anime-themed server or whatever. And we ended up, like, exchanging phone numbers and, like, sending letters and stuff and, like, mix CDs and all that stuff. And, yeah, it was great. And then one day, she called me and she was like, I'm having a birthday party tomorrow. I wish you could be here. I wish there was some way. Blah, 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 blah. And I was like, man, me too. You think I should just ask my dad? And she was like, yeah! And I was like, okay! So I ran off to my dad and I was like, Dad! And my dad was like, what? And I was like, can we go see my friend? They're like an 8 to 12 hour drive away. It's their birthday party tomorrow. Can we go? And my mom was there and they looked at each other and then they looked at me and then I stared at them and I said, it's her birthday tomorrow, please! And then they're like, give us a few minutes to talk. And I was like, okay. And then I ran off and then I came back and I was like, can I go? And then they were like, yes. And then my dad drove me the like 8 to 10 plus hours to go see my online friend. that I met in an IRC server. Yeah, and then my dad met their parents, and then I actually had 2 other friends from that same area because they were friends with the first friend, and they were all girls, and they were all really nice. And so, like, after our parents talked and hung out and all that stuff, they were like, okay, so it's okay. We're all comfortable with this, blah, 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 blah. Everyone has each other's phone numbers, yada, yada. So then I got to stay at their, like, slumber party. And we also went to the mall. And that was the first time that I ever tried ramune. And I learned how to open it. And I almost broke the bottle. Yeah. And we went to, like, some weeb store and, like, hung out. And it was great. It was great. And I was just getting into, like, drawing, like, really intensely back then. And so were 2 of the other girls that I met up with then. And so we just, like, hung out and were sharing sketchbooks and, like, drawing in each other's books and stuff. And it was honestly really nice. So I think that... I was just an internet-dwelling little freak from the early days, and it just kind of stuck. Yeah. My mom was like, no, you can drive. I mean, I assumed that I would almost break the bottle because it kept falling, like, because I had pushed, like, really hard, and then it wouldn't, like, pop. And when it fell over, I was scared that I would break it. I don't know if it would actually break, but I was very afraid that it would. Oh, yeah. Mama Doodle's my actual mom. Yeah. But yeah, my dad... You'll never see my dad in chat because I have tried to explain to my dad what streaming is and what VTubing is and all of that. And... it's taken many years to even get him to kind of understand it. Basically, I told my dad that... yeah, exactly what my mom said. He has no computer skills. He doesn't even... He barely understands texting. Like, it's bad. The way that I explained it to him is like... imagine if you watched TV live, but it was Muppets, right? It was Muppets. It was like Elmo, right? Because that's essentially what VTubing is. It's basically you have a Muppet and you make the Muppet do funny things. And you embody the Muppet, right? So that's basically what I told him. I was like, imagine Muppets, but instead of the, like, old school puppets, it's a cartoon. Well, I said anime because my dad knows what anime is and likes anime, so yeah. So who has their hand up your butt, Rose? Nobody, thank God. It's just the same conceptually, okay? It's not exact. It's just a comparison. One of my older relatives, I'm not gonna specify which, but she's like 90, and she knows what a VTuber is, kind of, but she's fascinated by it, but she doesn't really understand it, and she doesn't like when people curse. So she's like, why is she saying all of those things? Is calling someone a Muppet an insult? It is in the UK. Is it? Why? What does it mean? It's like dangling keys in front of a baby, but instead it's Twitch chat or Rose shining a laser pointer into the honey bun hive. We would all just get distracted and follow it. Dude, all I need to do when it's you guys is do this. All I need to do is this. It's that easy. It's that fucking simple. It's not keys, it's just a bell, but you guys love it. It's okay to be jealous, Zach, as long as you understand, like, why and you don't use it in, like, a negative way. Yeah. Oh, like you fucking Muppet. Oh, I see. That makes sense. I see. Personality is what makes me stay, but for sure I clicked on the VTuber stream because, ooh, pretty colors. Well, I'm glad because I drew my background and I wanted it to be, ooh, pretty colors. I like bright colors. Yes. Yes, they make my brain very just... I think that's why I've never played, what you call it? Skyrim? Because it wasn't very, like, bright and colorful, and that's usually what I look for. Yeah, but everyone says that Skyrim's really fun, and then I'm like, man, I'm kind of missing out, but I'm kind of curious, but I don't know. Have you tried Hi-Fi Rush? I feel like I've heard of this. Let me look it up. Hi-Fi Rush. This looks familiar, but I'm not sure. I don't think I've tried it, but I recognize some of the art that I'm seeing. So maybe? I don't know. Your background's one of those vaporwave neon-y backgrounds off wallpaper engines. Sometimes you stare at it for an hour before you realize it. Yeah. Yeah. Rose is a retro artist. I mean, I don't know if what does that mean? Do you mean like I draw retro things? I just draw whatever the fuck I want. I just draw whatever the fuck I want. And sometimes that's like retro stuff. But sometimes it's just like whatever the like something magically out of my brain, which isn't retro, it's new. So yeah. Like the other day, I was drawing a lady, which I can show you real quick, I believe. Yeah. Here, I can show you real quick. I never added to it, but like this is what we were working on last time we were doing doodling. Just a lady. Yeah. Just a lady. Yeah. Yeah. And then this emote, which I need to finish eventually. But I still wanna I think I wanna change the hand to be larger. But I don't want to look at it too much. I don't want to look at it too much because I will... I will get too zoned in. Yeah, exactly. Once I get into it, it's going to be like a lot of meticulous tweaking and then leaving it alone for another few days and then tweaking and then doing that and then... Don't say hag, say retro. You can say either one. Listen, I don't take that as an insult, okay? I like being an old fart. I like being a fucking hag, alright? I don't want to be a little ragamuffin and be like, what's a VCR? I don't know what that is. Shut the fuck up! I just want to play Snood! Oh yeah, I tried that site out that... I forget who linked it, but someone linked it and there's like, you can play Snood here. And then I went to it and I was like, oh my god, you can play Snood. And then I forgot to check if they had DX Ball. Do they have DX Ball? That would make me very happy. Yeah, Snood! It's not that. The more you live, the more fun stories you have to tell. That's so fucking true. Let me show you. I should have a picture of DX Ball here somewhere. I found it! DX Ball. What the fuck is Snood? This is Snood. This right here is Snood. Here you go. This is Snood. Yeah! Snood! Basically, you have to match the shapes and then not die. But I'm fucking horrible at it, but I loved it. And then this is DX Ball. And that was also great. I played all that and like Cartoon Fridays, Summer Resort or whatever the fuck. And addictinggames.com, they had those games. Oh, Nanaka Crash! Do you remember Nanaka Crash? I can still hear the... You're a baby? Don't say that. I hope you're not baby. You shouldn't be here if you're baby. Compared to you old fart, what the fuck? This game where you crash into the guy and then he flies around. Yeah, and he flies around because you kick him with the bike. And the goal is to not land on any of the ladies because they'll stop you. Or actually, some of them, they would actually punch you. So some of them were good. But there was one that would catch you and you didn't want to land on her. Yeah, it's the glasses girl. Me, when I go to school running with toast in my mouth, dude, I want to play this. Is that fucked up? Can we play a round or two of this just for giggles? Just a little bit for nostalgia. You'll allow it? Oh, thank you, gracious overlord, for bestowing upon me the right to do such a thing. Fuck you.